Hey, I'm Ewashkiw from Adventure Yoga Online. Thanks for joining me today for this yoga pose breakdown of Padangusthasana, or big toe pose. I'm going to walk you through the pose so that you can learn a little bit more about the form, how you get into the shape, and how you can refine it once you're in it. This is part of a whole blog post I've written all about Padangusthasana that you can find over on the Adventure Yoga Online website. There's a handy direct link to that post in the description for this video. I'm going to offer a couple of variations at the end of the video, so if you want to try those, they involve a yoga belt, a yoga strap. If you've got one of those, grab it. If not, you can use a towel, a belt, a tie, something like that. If you're going to practice along with me, unroll your mat, and I'll meet you there in a few seconds. To practice Padangusthasana, we're going to start here in Tadasana. We're practicing today with feet hip distance apart for Tadasana and Padangusthasana, big toe pose, because while we can do these poses with feet together, that is a more advanced variation. And today we're working on the form of the pose, so let's work here. Feet hip distance apart, parallel to each other, Tadasana. Stretch your arms up overhead. And stretch up through your arms, stretch up through your shoulders, stretch up through your ribs, push down through your feet, stretch down through your legs, through your hips, stretch. Fold forward and touch the ground. Touch the ground with at least all of your fingertips and have your legs straight. If you can't touch the ground and have legs straight, I'll have a little note at the end of this video for you. I'll also have a couple of variation options for you at the end of this yoga pose breakdown. But if you're practicing with straight legs, touch the ground, push your fingertips down and forward, move your chest back towards your thighs. Stretch long through your spine, move your shoulders away from your ears. This is Uttanasana, or the forward fold. Grab your big toes with your first two fingers, so your index finger and your middle finger, wrap them under your big toes, and then wrap your thumbs over top of your big toes. Get a good grip on your big toes. Pull up with your hands, push down with your toes. Bend your elbows out to the side a little. Then before we go deeper, lift your chest. Keep holding your toes, straighten your arms. Work to find the natural curves of your spine. So that's tougher to do with straight legs here, but keep your legs straight. Lift through your sit bones. Lift to the very bottom of your pelvis. Work to get a little arch in your lower back. And then lengthen through your neck and look forward. Keep that length in your spine. Bend your elbows again. Fold forward. Pull up on your feet, push down with your feet, bend your elbows, move from the back of your ribs towards your thighs to help move your chest towards your legs, move your forehead towards your legs. Squeeze your legs in to help straighten your legs and stretch down through your spine. This is Padangusthasana, big toe pose. Stay here for some time. Stay here until your body is saying, like, time to get out. Then maybe hold for another couple of breaths. Or, just stay here as long as you'd like while you're practicing it. And then this is how we come out of this pose. Push down with your toes, pull up with your hands, lift your chest and straighten your arms. So we go back to that sort of half Padangusthasana that we did as a preparatory stage. Bend your knees a little, place your hands on your waist, and stand up. Tadasana, a little shimmy to get your clothes nice and aligned again. It's all about the alignment. Tadasana, and that's our Padangusthasana. You can do Tadasana or standing side bend as a counter pose. Now, I said I would give you a couple of variations. They're both going to involve a strap or belt, whatever you've got handy. If you can't do Uttanasana, forward fold, with legs straight, hands on the ground yet, that means you're also not doing Padangusthasana with legs straight, holding your big toes yet. So what you can do is take a strap and place it under the balls of your feet. Hold the strap in either hand, in both hands actually, and practice your Padangusthasana here using the strap instead of holding your toes. And that way you can have your hands away from your feet as much as you need to get straight legs. Practicing like that is going to help you get closer and closer to being able to hold your big toes and have your legs straight. The other option you can do is if you can have two belts, you can loop them around your big toe. And then you just get a little more, I don't have a second belt with me right now, but you can imagine one around each toe, hold it, and then you just get a little closer to the final form of Padangusthasana. I hope this little video has been helpful, and I hope that it helps you understand your Padangusthasana a little bit better. So that's our Padangusthasana yoga pose breakdown. I hope that was helpful. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope that it helps you understand the pose a little bit more. If you want to understand a lot more about it, go over to my blog post that I've written for Adventure Yoga Online. There is a link to the blog post in the description for this class. If you're still working to practice Uttanasana with straight legs and touching the ground together, then I recommend that you back up a stage from Padangusthasana and you really work on Uttanasana, forward fold, Ardha Uttanasana, half forward fold, Paschimottanasana, the seated forward fold, which is a seated version of Padangusthasana. Work on those and work on the exercises that are going to help you get the opening that you need to be able to do those poses with straight legs and touching the ground, or in Paschimottanasana's case, touching your feet. And when you can do that, then I think you're ready to progress to Padangusthasana. However, there are the modifications I offered at the end of this video with the yoga strap. There are more modifications in the blog post that you can read, so you can practice it. It's a more advanced pose, and I want you to get the most benefit out of the work that you're doing. So if you've got any questions, please put it in the comments below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you're looking for another blog post, If you're looking for another yoga class to do with me, there's a class of mine that you can click on, add to your watch later list. We actually work on Padangusthasana in that. It's a pretty advanced class though, warning. And if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, you can just click there and subscribe. Thanks, homies.